There we go.
Welcome back to Certified Beef. Me and Brandon are back. Another recap, week 10. And then also do your guys' favorite segment, a segment I love to hate now. Book it with beef. Do that this week as well. Again, I'm gonna dread it. Always fucking hate that shit now. It's fucking gay. Um, but yeah, just gonna recap some games, talk about what went on this weekend. Kind of some crazy shit went on, obviously. So we'll definitely talk about it. But yeah, yep, can't wait to do Book It with Beef though. It's gonna be a great episode. All
All
right,
right.
Brandon.
We got three games to recap. We're gonna start with uh the Monday night game, Commanders at Eagles. Uh Commanders big underdogs in this game. Ron Rivera coaches that team. And the Eagles shoot themselves in the foot to break up the perfect season. Commanders win 32-21.
Um, yeah, that was the Eagles looked like absolute dog shit. Um, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, the game was close, but one of the drives started on the Commanders 14 or 13-yard line or whatever, something like that. So um makes sense. You score there, but goddamn did they get dominated in this game. Over 40 minutes of time of possession for the Commanders. And honestly, the Eagles, they kind of just kicked themselves in the foot. Four turnovers. The Commanders just kept forcing turnover after turnover. You don't really deserve to win a game if you're getting out dominated time of possession. Um, and yeah, time of possession and lose a turnover battle easily. You don't really deserve to win that game. Um, yeah, I don't really have much to say about this, but I'm glad to see that the Eagles finally lost. I think they're big time frauds. They don't have a statement win, in my opinion. I know they beat us, but that was early season. Early season doesn't really tell you much. I think the Vikings are definitely a different team now. So yeah, I think the Eagles. The thing is, I don't know if they have a statement win on the schedule unless the Cowboys keep improving, or else I don't think there's a game on their schedule that is considered to be statement win unless the Jets keep getting good too. I guess they have to play the Jets still. I think, do they? Right? Yeah, I think they do. Or else,
Do they
yeah, I don't
play the
know.
AFC East this year?
Yeah, we play the AFC East, Brandon.
No, dude, the Eagles, because I thought you were talking about them.
Oh shit, I was thinking of our schedule. What am I? Just because they okay, who I don't even know they play this. Oh, they play the AFC North. Oh no, wait, they play the AFC South. They played the Steelers. I'm just sounding like a dumbass. I was just thinking of, I don't know. I was thinking of our schedule for some reason on accident, but yeah, they don't really have. I think their toughest game remaining after this is the Cowboys, and who knows? We'll see what the Cowboys do up until that point. I think it's sometime in a couple of weeks or something after Thanksgiving. So we'll see how the Cowboys are. I really don't think there's a game on their schedule that you can shock. I mean, they do have to play the Giants twice. We'll see how the Giants are, but they need to show something because this team is definitely not world beaters. I don't think there's a world beater in the NFL right now. I think everyone's very beatable. Yeah, so definitely saw something like this coming. I don't think I saw it this way happening to the Eagles. I thought they were going to keep it rolling for a while, but yeah, definitely a surprising loss. But they also didn't deserve to win this game by any means. I know you can blame the refs, but yes, the Dallas Goddard one, bad call. But that play at the end of the game, that was a penalty, clear
Oh yeah.
cut. Like I don't know how you can even argue that. He hit him way too late, way too late. It doesn't matter how hard you hit him, you made a decent enough contact to where that should be called every time. And that's, I mean, and you only can blame one person. That's Brandon Graham. You're a 13-year veteran. You can't be making boneheaded mistakes like that. That's just you can't afford to do that to your team. So yeah, the Eagles just kicked themselves in the foot the whole game. Um, yeah, I mean, you could say something about the fumble or the not the fumble, but yeah, the fumble for Dallas Goddard, but you did stop them to 3 points. You still had a chance to win this game. So that's one thing that I always hate. going back to the NFC Championship game with the Saints too, that's one thing that I also hate is yes, you did have that happen to you, but you also had a chance to win the game in overtime and Drew Brees threw an interception. So shit like that pisses me off when you have a chance to win the game, when you complain about the refs and you still have a chance to win the game. Like, yes, it does make it does sometimes make an impact on the game, but you still had a chance to win the game and you fumbled up the ball again. Like it's you have nothing but yourself to blame. So yeah, I don't want to hear the excuses. I fully admit, like I'll say something about the refs, but if it's I know this that my team has a chance to win or they have one, I'm not going to complain about the refs. Like if the Eagles would have won and they still would have gone and complained about the refs, like they probably would have. That's just not. I don't think that's excusable in my case. In my opinion, I don't think you can be blaming the refs if you win the game. So
I think honestly, for the Eagles for a loss, this is the best thing that could have happened to them because this was just an absolutely awful game played by them. And this is just, you don't have to be perfect anymore. It takes the weight off your shoulders that you're not going to try and go 17-0 for the first time in NFL history and perfect since the 72 Dolphins. Like you now you can just kind of regroup after that game, just sit back and play the way you have been all season, which is winning football games. Yes, Dallas Goddard is going to be out for a little bit. I'm pretty sure I don't know if they put him on IR yet, but I think they say he's out a week at least.
I think he's going to miss 2 weeks for sure. I think.
Okay. And
I don't know. I
then
think that's a huge loss for them, in
it
my
is.
opinion. I
I
think that's a
agree.
huge loss.
I agree. So it's going to be some choppy waters coming up for them, but they can just kind of scrap this game. Commanders played or they did what they had to do. Even though the run game wasn't working that much, like I know they mentioned that was only like 3.5 yards per carry, they still ran it 40 times and they wore down that defense to the point where it got them to win the game. Quez Watkins obviously had that big fumble with like 5 minutes left that kind of killed any last chance they had. And then obviously the penalty on Brandon Graham was just stupid by him because I like as a Vikings fan, I was obviously rooting for the Commanders when I saw like he kneeled a good 5 seconds before he got hit. That's what it seemed like. So I don't know. It
Mm-hmm.
was just kind of a stupid move by him. They could have probably even called a penalty on Hassan Reddick too, but they didn't. They called it on Brandon Graham.
No, I don't think it would have been for him. But also, like, I don't understand why the Eagles are trolling everyone. Like, why do you like you're the top team? Why are you trolling? I don't understand that. Like, you guys did the trolling when you guys were the underdogs with Nick Foles and stuff for the Super Bowl. Why are you trolling now when you guys are the top dogs? You guys should not be trolling everyone with these fucking celebrations. They did a riverboat celebration to troll Riverboat Ron and shit. It's just they've done it multiple weeks now, like on numerous occasions where they've trolled people, and it's just like, why? But it's also the city of Philadelphia, so what do you expect? So I don't
Yeah, I
know.
don't know. I think the Eagles are gonna regroup after this game, though. They might go on another little hot streak, but I'm not too sure
I
because I
don't know.
don't.
I think this team has got. I think this team has definite flaws to them. I honestly I don't know. I feel like they do, but I feel like they don't. They're such a complete team roster wise, but I don't know. I feel like there's still just a little bit of lack of experience. That defense is a lot younger than people realize. The defensive line is veterans, but the secondary is definitely not. Or the secondary is. I
Yeah,
don't
what are
know.
you
I don't
saying?
know what I'm saying at this point. I don't know. I'm worried that Jalen Hurts also is. I know he's playing good, but he also hasn't really faced any adversity like that much like this in the NFL to where like you or like there's much pressure. So I don't know. I like obviously their schedule is very favorable. So there's a very good chance that they get it going again. But maybe this is just one hiccup. I don't know. I definitely think it's something that you have to look out for because they've been playing really good. And then this week they just couldn't do anything. And I know that teams have bad weeks, but this was really bad. Like really, really bad. Like almost uncharacteristically bad. So I don't know, definitely something to keep an eye out. But I mean, they do play the Colts next week in Indy, but who knows how that's going to go.
But yeah, we also kind of saw this coming when you're tied with the Texans or like the Texans are in the game at halftime against an undefeated team. Like it was not
Yeah,
gonna bode
I
well
think
for
it
them.
proved that they're a beatable. Yeah, it proved they're a beatable team, and obviously
Right.
it shows.
Yep.
And the Commanders have been playing pretty solid recently, so it's not
Oh
like it's a
yeah.
surprise that like the Commanders just played good. Like no, they've been playing good recently. They've won what 4 of their last 5 games.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
4-1 in their last 5 games. So they're playing good right now. So not something to be totally surprised by.
I also don't know how Ron Rivera is still like, yeah, there's a quarterback controversy right now. Like, I wonder if they're just trying to get Wentz in there just because they're paying him a little bit,
But they're not paying them that much.
but still more than Heineke. They're like, ah, we might as well just try and get a return on our investment right now.
I don't know. I don't think they'll change, honestly.
They
The thing
shouldn't.
is that if he does go to Carson again, it's the very short string.
Oh
Or
yeah,
I don't know if I'm using the right term. Or
no, you
short
are
leash. That's what
short.
I'm looking for.
Oh
Short
yeah,
leash. That's what I was looking for. Very short. It's so short. Like he does not have much to work with. Plus,
no,
all the
not at all.
Commander fans are going to be pissed if they go to Wentz.
Oh yeah,
So you're already going to have the fans be absolutely frustrated by this. So yeah, it makes more sense to go to Taylor, but I could definitely see them going to Wentz. And as soon as they
yeah.
struggle, Taylor's going to go in, and he's going to be. That's the thing is like you can't. I know that Taylor didn't play good this game, didn't hasn't played great, but like you can't expect him to. He's been playing better than Wentz though, so it's not
Oh
like
yeah.
it's clear cut that he's been playing better than Wentz. But I don't know. I definitely could see them going back to it. The fact that it's even talked about, which I mean, I guess you kind of have to. I don't know if you definitely have to, but it definitely seems like something that Ron Rivera would do for some reason. I don't know why. I'm just singling out Ron Rivera, but
Just keeping that fire under Taylor though, like
maybe.
because he
I don't know.
plays
He said last night.
he plays like every down is his
Huh?
last. So
Yeah, he said last night, Taylor. He's like, yeah, I don't really care what position I'm in. I'm gonna be the best I can be. So, I mean, that's kind of just his mo though. So I don't know.
right. All right. Next game going Packers Cowboys. Uh Packers turn it around this game, beat the Cowboys 31-28 in overtime.
Yeah, can't lie. The Packers played really well this game. Finally did what they needed to do, which was run the ball. Didn't really make sense why they didn't do it the previous week. But yeah, no, I can't sit here and tell you they didn't play good when they did. Still, definitely some things. I just don't know if they're going to be sustainable, but definitely a great game played by them. Defense showed out a little bit more than they have, forced a couple turnovers. They ran the ball. This is like the first game I think they've actually like fully executed a game plan. And went through it. So yeah, I'm gonna stick my hand up and say yes, they played good. I'm not gonna say they played bad because that would just be lying. Yeah, this Cowboys team is very confusing to me. I feel like they could be good, very good, but then also I could feel like they could just be so like bad and mediocre. I don't know if it's Mike McCarthy that's holding them back. I don't know if it's Dak. I don't know. I'm starting to think Dak is just not it because I don't know. I feel like Dak is just a guy that I feel like he's worse than Kirk Cousins than people think. Like I think he's actually worse. Like he doesn't win you games. I don't think at all. Like I like there's not many games you can like circle for me that you could be like, oh yeah, Dak won that game for them. Like I feel like he's just struggling a ton, and he's just not consistent enough for them to be quality. I don't
I
know.
I think
It was a
Dak
weird
is
game.
like Dak is like Kirk Cousins, but with scrambling upside a little bit.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, I guess, but I don't even think they're comparable. Like Dak is just not playing on the level that Kirk
no,
Cousins is.
no.
And I don't even think Dak doesn't even have that much scrambling ability anymore. He doesn't even run. After that ankle injury, he literally has got he is so scared to run the ball now, and you could see it. His scrambling is gone way down since then. He's terrified to run the ball, I think. Besides QB sneaks. That's literally I think the only thing he's confident in.
Well, yeah, but yeah, okay. Um, yeah,
But I
Packers.
understand what you're saying, but he just doesn't run the ball anymore, is what I'm saying. Like I know what you're saying for like scrambling ability, like he used to, but he just doesn't do it anymore.
Right. Um, yeah, Packers got it going. Christian Watson finally seems to be coming into form. Breakout game right there, 3 touchdowns. I know he did have 2 drops early in the game, and then all of a sudden he decided to be good. So maybe the Packers got something there, especially with receivers going down usually left and right. Like Dobbs is out. Lazard can't seem to stay healthy for too long. Like he's kind of in and out. Um, yeah, maybe the Packers found something. Maybe they were proven right, but for trading up to get that pick. But I mean, it's still only
I think
one.
people need to hold their breath. I think people need to hold their breath on that.
Oh yeah, it's
I
still
don't.
only one game.
That's such a Marvez Valdez Scantling stat line. That's just not sustainable.
No, yeah, it's only
That's
one
literally what
game.
MDS was, and it literally just doesn't happen very often. Unless he's going to be an 8 target, or like 10 target, 8 catch a game guy, which it doesn't seem like he's going to be there for this team. So I don't know, not sustainable. But their offense has changed a little bit over the last couple of weeks to where it can be the dynamic where he is a guy that can factor into that and make a difference.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting to see how he develops through the rest of the year. I mean, this win it was conflicting uh to see the Packers win because on the one hand it's the Packers still, but on the other hand, like we got the Cowboys to face next week, the Vikings do, and they did not look good at all against a mediocre Packers defense. So that makes me feel good. So like I'm kind of just neutral on this Packers win. If the division was a lot closer, it'd be different. But since we are in the spot we are right now, I think uh we are chilling with that win by the
I
Packers.
still didn't want to win. I didn't want them to win.
But you're not terribly mad that they won.
No, I'm mad. I don't like them to win ever. I
Hmm.
wanted them to lose. I don't even want to see that. The thing is, I don't even want to see them make the playoffs. They have a chance to make the playoffs, not like a legit chance, but they're like back in it now, kind of.
Hmm.
They're only 2 games out now. I think. I don't want them to make the playoffs. I don't want them to win another game the rest of the season. The thing is that these teams that they're beating right now most likely will not impact our playoff seeding. So that's why I still want them to lose. I don't think the Cowboys, because I don't know if the Cowboys are going to beat the. If the thing is, I don't know if the Cowboys or the Eagles are going to lose 2 more games. Is the problem. So if they don't lose 2 more games, that means that the Cowboys would finish with a worse record than them, and that doesn't even affect us in the playoffs.
Hmm.
So that's why I don't give a shit about the. I don't care that the Packers won. It didn't. I wasn't really happy with the Cowboys choking that lead when they should have easily won that game.
Oh yeah, they should have easily won.
It was kind of pathetic how they just couldn't do anything. But I don't know. I
On a
could see
week to
that.
week
I
basis.
saw that game coming so easily though. The Packers just kind of big underdogs at home. It was just like, oh, like they like I just it kind of annoys me because people are like, oh my god, they got to win this game to keep their season alive. They act like, what do you think they need to get? How many games do you think they need to win to get in the playoffs? Do you think they need 9 games or 10?
Let's see what's the current standings looking like right now.
Because is it? I think the 49ers are the seventh seed at 5-4 right now.
Then they got to win 10.
That's what I'm thinking. That means they'd have to go 6-1 to finish out the season.
Because I don't think another team from the NFC South is making it. I feel like everybody agrees on
No,
that.
they're out. They're all out. They're all bad.
Um, NFC West, I could see 2 teams, the division winner and then second place.
Yeah, I think the 49 obviously the 49ers are lower, but I think they're going to win the division, and I think that the Seahawks are I think they're sustainable. I think they're good enough to stay and win
It's gonna be the
4 of their next.
Seahawks. It's gonna be the Seahawks versus the NFC West or NFC East. My bad. Because like I feel like three teams from the NFC East could make it, honestly.
Yeah,
If the
no, I
current
agree.
trajectory is to be believed, I think they
So
could.
right now, what the way like I see it right now, I think the Eagles are a lock. I think the Vikings are a lock. I think the Giants are a lock. I know it sounds crazy, but I think they're going to make the playoffs.
I don't think they're I'm not calling them a lock quite yet, but they got a good chance.
7-2, they're not a lock. You think that they're going to lose 3 of their next 5 games, or 2 out of their next 10 games, or how many games they got left? 8. I think they're going to lose 2. They're going to win only 2 games in their next 8 games. They play the Lions next week, which I mean they played good, but the Giants play at home. They got to play the Eagles twice. They have to play the Commanders again. They have to play the Giants or the Cowboys again. They do have to play 4 divisional games still, I think. But still, I don't know. I think that the Giants can win 3 games and make the playoffs pretty easily. Plus, they do have the game in hand over the Packers too. So
That is
that's
true.
kind of why I think they're locked to be in the playoffs. I
Okay.
think there's 3 teams that are locks. I think the Seahawks are almost there. I just think that their schedule's a little too tough to lock them in. Just 6-3 is just what are they 6-3 or 6? Oh, they're 6-4. I don't know. It's tough. We'll see. But the thing is, if Seahawks on a bye, 49ers win next week, they're the division leaders. So I think there's 3 teams that are locks for the playoffs right now, in my opinion. I
Okay.
almost would say the Cowboys, but the fact that they lost to the Packers is not beneficial to them. If they would have beat the Packers, I would have definitely said they're locks. Just because they don't
Okay.
have the game against the Packers right now is the reason why. So I think there's 3 teams in the NFC that are locks to make the playoffs.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Last game. Y'all know what it is. Game of the year. Vikings at Bills. Uh Craziest game I think I've ever seen. And that includes the 2017, or I guess it was 2018 divisional round game between the Vikings and Saints. Uh Vikings win 33-30 in overtime.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really expect much coming in this game. I said it before, didn't have any expectations going in this game. I watched. I got happy when we scored. I was like, let's go. But like, I kind of just sat there and took it in. The Bills scored. I didn't really make any reactions. I made a couple of reactions like, what the fuck are we doing? But like when we went down 14-7, I was like, okay, whatever. It was nice. It was nice to see that we were losing a game and I wasn't upset. It was nice because I felt like that's just how the game was gonna go. And then Dalvin scored that touchdown. I'm like, okay, like cool, like let's make it like we were taught. We were texting and we're like, let's just like lose by 1 score at least. And then they get the pick. Patrick Peterson gets that pick. They go down and score. I still was just like, okay, we lose by 1 possession. That's fine by me. Then they got the ball back, and I'm like, fuck you guys. Is he really gonna do this to me? Like I didn't care the whole game. And now you got me wrapped into this. And I'm like, fuck, are you kidding me? Oh, so then I'm like, fuck, I'm invested now. I was all out of the game. I was not invested in this game until we got the ball back 23-27. I know that sounds dumb as a Vikings fan, but I just like I didn't really like you said, like I said, I had no expectations going in this game. Especially with the way the game was going. I was like, okay, whatever. I know I've been coming back, but it's the Bills. So I was like, the Bills, they were pretty much at full strength. I know they were missing a couple guys on defense, but still they've had guys be out on defense before. They played good. So, it's just I was just like, fuck, you gotta be kidding me. Fuck you guys. And then Jefferson, god damn, just the fucking catch of the fucking lifetime. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I literally thought he picked it off, and then fucking Joe Davis, which I wish he should just be a football announcer. He's way worse at baseball than he is football. I hate I hated Joe Davis because I was like, oh, I fucking hate baseball announcers when they call football. but he is. I don't know if he was originally a football announcer. I'm not totally sure, but I normally hate when baseball announcers call football games because they suck at it. But Joe Davis is actually better at football than he is baseball. So I first I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like I said to you guys, I was like Joe Davis, and I literally had the fucking squirmy face because I was like, this is gonna be a sucky ass game. Plus Daryl Johnson, he is like one of the worst colored commentators
Yeah, I don't
ever.
like him.
He's fucking awful. But Joe Davis, he made that play great. Um, we fucking marched down. I'm like, fuck. And then Alvin just fucking, why didn't you just catch? You could have just caught it and gone
Yeah,
in, but he dropped it. I'm like, bruh. And then that 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 QB sneak, I don't know how he was like, aren't refs taught to call touchdowns and then have replay overturn it? Aren't they like isn't I don't know if that's like a thing,
I
but
don't
I
know.
feel like that's what they do. I don't know. Do you feel like that's what they do generally? Like they normally will like if it's a questionable call, they'll call it a touchdown and then try to overturn it and replay.
I have not noticed it that much, so I can honestly not say either way.
Okay, but for me, at least I thought it was pretty obvious that he was in. Then I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. This is how we're gonna lose this game, and then the craziest fumble I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which ball don't lie. I know people were saying that's not a ball don't lie because people are like, oh, he was obviously short. I was like, no, he wasn't. He was definitely in the end zone. You just watch the play. He definitely was he definitely crossed the plane. I don't know if you think so, but I definitely think he
It
did.
was very
Um,
close.
yeah, but that's the point where I'm like, you should call that a touchdown because if you look at if like how I don't understand how you can even say that he was short because if you watch it in full speed, it looks like he crosses the plane. And I don't know how in full speed that dude just somehow was like, yeah, he's down at the 1 inch line. But ball don't lie. We score. But see, if we didn't win, this is where I would be like, fuck the refs. This is why we lost this game. But I'm not going to complain because we overcame the refs, still won this game. And I just want I wish we dumb play calling over time. Um God, that was just running the ball on first and goal there was just stupid. Should have play action. They were set up for the play action the whole drive. We ran the ball down their throats pretty much. Besides that Jefferson throw and catch. But defense stepped up when they needed to. Um fucking second half outscoring them what 33 or 23-3. It's big. And that's where I just want our damn respect. Like good teams don't go into Buffalo, be down 17 points and win that game. Good teams don't do or bad teams don't do that. That's what I meant to say. But like good teams that are not good won't do that. Good teams will do that. That's why I just want our damn respect. We're a good team. We're actually a really good team in my opinion now. I wasn't totally sure, but this solidifies it for me. I know that it's like, oh, the garbage time, but it wasn't even really garbage time. We had a 81-yard touchdown run. Then it was a 10-point game. It was close. It was a close game going in the fourth quarter. And then they weren't playing prevent defense. They weren't playing the Mike Zimmer prevent, stop them from scoring defense. They were playing legit defense. And we went down and scored again. And it's just like, I want our damn respect for this win. Fucking deserve it. We fucking earned it. I just want our damn respect. There's still people that are not going to give it to us, which is fine. Obviously not. We're literally underdogs this week, which is fucking blasphemy. But yeah, um, obviously not a great game, but I mean, fuck, this is what we're doing all year. I mean, keep it up. But like the defense looked like kind of shit in the first half, but they definitely stepped it up in the second half. I mean, they forced 2 turnovers, pivotal parts in the game. So yeah, it was an awesome game to just watch too. Like even if we would have lost that game by the one possession, I would have been totally fine. The fact that we even came back made it that great of a game, but just to win it even makes it just even better.
One possession. It would have been like I would have had that feeling where it's like, damn it, we're so close. but yet I still got a smile on my face because that was a hell of a game type of deal. Um, oh, okay. Could you hear me or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, yeah, just as like I know I told you this, sorry, but people don't know. Like I was completely prepared to blame myself for a Vikings loss because the vibes were just off that morning because I overslept my alarm, missed the whole first quarter, so didn't see that nice Jefferson 41-yard catch. But it's whatever. We got the dub. Uh Josh Allen has to be one of the stupidest injured people I've ever seen. Like, I don't know how after Pat Pete
Yeah,
picks
he's
that
pretty
ball, he
dumb.
goes and tries to punch it out with his injured like shoulder, his injured elbow. That made no sense. Um, I think I don't know if he's even the MVP for me anymore. After these past couple of games, I don't know if he should be
No,
like
he's not. There's no way. No, he's not. There's no way.
okay,
He's not. I don't think he's. I don't think he's gonna win it now. No way. He's
no,
got 10 interceptions on the year now. There's no chance.
yeah, because as good as he is still far from fully developed. He has so much raw potential, but he makes so many.
That's not true. That's not true. He's developed. He is not raw still.
No, but there's still more
He
to
is not
go.
raw. You can't say he
Okay,
is
yes,
raw.
yes,
What does he
but
have to do? What does he have to do?
make smarter decisions.
Okay,
You
it's good
can't throw
quarterbacks do that all the
two. You
time.
can't throw two red zone interceptions in the end zone. You just
Okay, the
can't do
one
that.
on 4th and 2, that's forgivable. 4th and 2, you're just trying to make a play. You're literally
Yes, that
going
is
for
more
broke.
forgivable, but the overtime one, that was atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. You
That
got
was a bad read.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Make better decisions. You're second and 10 from the 20. You're most likely going to tie the game at worst, and you go and
I don't
shoot
think
for
they
the
were.
end
I
zone.
honestly think that they would. I think they were going to go for the win anyways.
I think
I
they
don't think
might
they would
have,
have gone for that tie. If it
but
was fourth down, I don't think they're kicking that field goal there.
even still, I think my point stands. Um, but yeah, I think the defense, as this game kind of proved it to me, that Ed Donatel does know what he's doing. That last drive in
Okay,
overtime,
he
not the
does what he
greatest.
doesn't. He should have ran a spy. That was just
Yes, he should
stupid.
have ran a
He
spy the entire game. But besides that, like most QBs are not Josh Allen. So on a normal
no, but still, it was
non,
bad.
yes, but like there's only the few exceptions in the league that are like him. So on like for like next week against Dak, I think our defense should hopefully shut them down. Like I'm still worried about some of the empty spots in the zone, but
I don't think we're
otherwise,
gonna play zone defense next week, though.
oh
We
that
didn't play
is
too
right
much
because
zone
our man
defense.
did very well. I think even
I
like
am worried though because what?
for like for going up against Diggs, I don't think Booth did a bad job.
No, he did awful. He was bad. Yeah, it was not good. I mean, they literally just didn't do anything in the second half. The Bills didn't, but he didn't do good against them at all. I'm worried about that. That's what I'm worried about is Booth. I think he's if a Caleb Evans doesn't play, I'm worried because Caleb Evans is actually kind of nice. Like he is pretty
So far,
solid
yes.
corner. I'm worried about Booth because he has not even touched the field yet. And that's the thing about a Caleb Evans. He has not started the year at all besides this week. And he came in last week, the previous week. He came in and he made some key plays.
Mm-hmm.
Booth looked like a fucking chicken with his head cut off there. I know it's Buffalo. I know you're coming in, but Jesus, I know you're. I understand you're a rookie. So is a Caleb Evans, though. Like you're a second round pick. You're supposed to be better than this dude. And I know that you haven't played any defense this whole year, and Caleb Evans hasn't played that much. He's come in the Washington game. He came in once during the Packer game for a play or two, which is very early. He didn't look great. I think he came in one other game, but that's it. He hasn't played a full game until this week, and he got hurt. But he looked good. Forced a turnover. He wasn't really getting burnt that much. So I don't know. I'm worried that Booth is going to be susceptible to a lot of fucking burnt coverages if he plays this week. If Caleb Evans doesn't play, I don't know if we're going to play that much man coverage
But
this week.
also, who was the guy that had the pass breakup on Dawson Knox on the
Duke
final drive?
Shelley.
Yeah, I might substitute him in because that was a
I
huge
think they
play.
did. I think they did. I don't think Booth was on the field that play.
I
I think they
I'm not
literally took
sure.
Booth out that play because I think they're not going to take Shannon Sullivan out for Duke Shelley.
No,
They're not
uh,
taking Pat Pete out, so I'm pretty sure they took Booth off the field in that scenario. Because Duke
which
Shelley, he's got experience. Like he's mainly just a special teamer. He's kind of he's a veteran guy now. He's not that good. That's why they put him in Booth because they're like, let's see what you got. And then they took him out because they're like, you've been shit. Let's not give up the game. Let's not have you throw the game for us.
let's see Chris Boyd get in the game next week.
Chris Boyd should never touch the defensive field. He is not good either. He
He's
is
bringing
just
that
a
energy
locker
back.
room guy and he's a special team locker room guy. He is not a corner that should ever touch the field. I'm sorry, Chris Boyd, love you,
See what
but
he got. See if he's made
you're
any
you're
improvements.
not good. I've seen him play. It's awful.
Well, would you rather have
It
him
is.
or Booth?
I think I'd rather have Booth. Chris Boyd is so bad.
Yeah, that
I know
Pittsburgh
that it
game was not good for him
maybe
last year.
maybe if he's got like maybe I don't know, but maybe Booth doesn't even get to start this week. Maybe or they coach him up this week, get him ready.
Or
I don't
maybe a
know.
Kale
I'd
Evans
like
is
I
back. Or is he?
maybe that's true.
Because
He's
that's
in the
only a
concussion
concussion, right?
protocol.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he could very well could be out next week. I have no
true.
idea though. I don't know. I'm just worried. But that's all I'm really worried about. Um Pass rush was very non-existent, and I think that's why this week not enough pressure on Josh Allen. That's why he was able to scramble so much. Because when we did get pressure, he was able to escape the pocket so easily because we broke contain a lot. But
Yeah, he would
yeah, no,
step
that's
up
the
through
only
the
thing.
middle, and there's not. I mean, isn't contain usually for the outsides?
Yeah, but you can't just give up gaps that easy. You got to
No.
stay in your lane a little bit.
Yes, I agree.
Like you can't have both guys rush outside moves like every time. Like that's just not gonna, especially when you're not getting pressure up the middle, because that's where outside moves work is when you like, and they don't get up those seams when you like get up through the thing. I mean, they were playing man coverage though in overtime, so who knows? That's why Josh Allen was able to run that far because literally the whole defense was down the field.
Hmm.
So, and that was probably their plan. They're just like run deep, and if you're open, Josh Allen will throw it to you. If not, he's gonna run for 20 yards. So,
And is Delvin Tomlinson gonna be back soon?
no idea. I don't think
Okay,
so. I have a feeling he'll be out again.
as long as he gets
I
healthy for the
would
final
not be
stretch.
surprised. Would not be surprised if he's out again. His injury did not look good.
Okay,
Not good.
but yeah, just
That was the Cardinals game. He's been out for 3 weeks or 2 weeks now.
what injury does he have?
He's got a quad injury, I'm pretty sure. He injured it against the Cardinals.
But
So
yeah,
who knows?
just a crazy ass game. Would like to experience that again. Not
No, I don't. No, I don't want that again. I think now that people have their eyes on the Vikings now, finally, took a while. I think this is where I know this is a I think this is a stretch, a 3 game stretch at home where you got to handle business. I think you can play a close game. This is like the one game I think you can play close. I think you need to handle business in one of these games. You got to win by a 10 in one of these games, I think.
I think that's possible. I'm
I'm
looking
not
at the
saying it's not.
Patriots game for that.
I'm just saying you got to handle business in one of these games. If
Yes,
you handle business this week, that people are going to look at you like, "Oh shit, this team is legit." But I think that this in this 3 game stretch, they got to handle business in one game, they got to handle business. And honestly, I know that people will be like, "Oh my god, trap game." That's probably why the Cowboys are favored right now. Trap game against the Cowboys at home, coming off a 2 game win streak where people are like, "Oh, if you come back 1-1, you're happy with." They come back 2-0 off that little 2 game road trip. Momentum back home, still riding that 7 game win streak. Come back to where you play best. I don't know. I think that place is. I think the bank's gonna be rocking. I think we're gonna. I think we're gonna play great. So
Yes. But I do think reasonably we are allowed one loss in these next three.
I'm not saying we can't. I'm just saying you got to handle business in one.
Yes.
I think
But
you need to.
I think if we do
Well,
lose, we
no, I
made up
really,
for it with the Bills
I
game.
think, well, yeah, no, I'm not saying you can't because, like, I literally said in these next two games, you go 1-1, I'd be happy. So, no, I like, you can lose games. Like, I'm not saying you can't lose games. I just you got to handle. I'm like 3 games in a row against teams that I like. The fact that the Patriots is the worst team that we're gonna play in these next 3 games, like, that's a decent stretch right there
Yeah, that's a
of games.
pretty tough stretch.
So, just I'd just like to see us just handle a game, or handle business. What was I fucking saying?
Taking care of
What was I
business every day.
taking care of business every day?
Yeah.
Um, but also I don't think we should just after this game. It's just like I don't think we should have Super Bowl aspirations. Like, let's
No.
not get super high on ourselves. I took that game and I was like, yeah, we're just a really good team. Like, not gonna change my mindset. I didn't have high expectations for this team. I think that this team is just playing really good football, and I like me and Brandon said. I don't know if we said it on here, but the culture has changed a lot with this team. There's you can definitely see it with how they interact as teammates now. Um, Kirk Cousins was definitely leaving a sour taste in people's mouths
Mm-hmm.
in previous seasons, and I don't know if that was because of Mike Zimmer. I don't know what that was,
His
but
play
there was
was
just
not
definitely
great,
not.
and also we weren't winning, so
Like, he
bad
played
combo.
he also had like 2 career years last year, so I don't know how he the last 2 seasons, so I don't know how he wasn't playing great. So I
First
think
year, I know it was a disappointment. Or I think
Yeah,
was
but
it?
that was the first year. I'm talking about the last 2 seasons
Yeah.
when it was starting to go downhill. He literally had career years. So this whole, I don't think it was his play, because if it was, that's kind of
They
ridiculous.
were like it was the
Zimmer was
whole he can't lead us to the playoffs type of thing. That's what it was.
He already did that once. Plus, how
But
can you lead a
not back to
team to the
back. Yeah.
playoffs? How can you lead a team to the playoffs with that bad of a defense when you have a defensive minded coach that prides himself on defense that can't stop a fucking tissue if it wanted to?
I don't know.
That's that, and I think that's Kevin O'Connell brought this team in. He got this team believing. I don't think this team has believed in a long time with Zimmer. Even when we made the playoffs, I don't think this team had a belief. And I think this team has a belief. I don't think they've had a belief since 2017. I don't think that's
I
crazy to
think that's
say.
a decently fair assessment.
I don't think we've had a belief in this team since then. There hasn't been that spark. There hasn't been that camaraderie from this team. There hasn't been that excitement around the team. Even when we made the playoffs, there wasn't that much excitement around the team because we barely even snuck in. So yeah, this like I've said, this team is different. Not like we haven't done this in team history before. Obviously we have, but it's the fact that they're doing it in different ways, the fact that they're playing a different style of football than what we're accustomed to. They're playing as a team. Like, they definitely did. Like, just look at all these celebrations on the team playing, that locker room after wins. It looks different. The energy is different. So it's nice to see something different. It's nice to see a coach that definitely is there for his players and not there to just be the coach.
Yeah. And I don't
Oh,
got anything else. It's gonna be after we got if we win these next three games, we can rest pretty easily about the division, about the playoffs, everything.
I'm not even worried about the division. Not even worried.
No,
What is there? How many games we got left? 8 or 7? No, 8. 8
8.
games. And we got
This is our hardest stretch of the season. Not of the season,
we
but
got what?
of the rest of the season is these next three games.
We still have
And
uh
maybe Detroit.
Packers are 4-6. That's 5. Still have a 4.5 game lead in the division. So,
That's big for football.
plus the Packers have a game in hand on us, and so do the Bears. Actually, the Bears are five
The
and a
other
half
way
games behind
around, you
us.
mean?
What? No,
We have
they
a
have a
game on
game in
them.
hand. Well, they've already played in our game, is what I'm saying. They have a game ahead of us. They have a game.
Oh, okay, okay.
They have a game on us, meaning like they've already played more games than us. And they don't have their bye till week 14. Both teams, or the Lions do. I don't know when the Bears do, but I don't know. I just know that the Lions and the Packers don't have byes till week 14. So, which is the week after the week we go on the road against Detroit. No. Wait, what? We play. Yeah, no, we
Yeah.
go on the road against. Yeah, we go on the road against Detroit. Yeah,
Yep.
the Packers and Bears don't have byes. I'm pretty sure till week 14. So
Yep.
yeah, the Packers don't go on bye till then. So
Or chilling.
yeah, I'm pretty sure the betting odds are like I think it's over minus 1,000 for us to win the division now.
I don't doubt that.
I think it's like I think we have the highest odds of any team in football. Maybe the Chiefs, which who
I don't know.
knows?
I don't know. I'd have to look at Barstool Sportsbook.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking Chiefs, dude. They're gonna get the 1 seed again, dude, and they're not gonna play a single fucking road playoff game, and it's so fucking annoying. It's like when can it happen? Like it pisses me off. I fucking hate it so much. I don't know why I do. It really it grinds my fucking gears. Minus 5,000. Holy shit. Just I would love to see the Chiefs actually go into a hostile environment and play a game, but they just haven't yet. And yet they've literally lost 2 AC title games. So I don't know. It fucking pisses me off. Because they don't have a hard schedule the rest of the year. Oh god. All right, that's enough about the fucking Chiefs.
You're just making
Fuck
yourself
them.
mad. It's funny.
They're just not that good. I fucking wish that people would say it. I wish that people would watch their games and watch them fully. They are not that good of a fucking team. They're a good team. They're just not insane. Like I know they're scoring 35 points a game, but if you watch their games, they literally what they've scored. I think they have 2 fucking blowouts. It's a big part of it too. So oh my god, it just fucking pisses me off. Just not they're so beatable. They're so unbelievably beatable. So you think it's funny that Florio put us #1 in the power rankings?
Yeah, because I don't think we deserve it yet.
You don't think we deserve it?
Not yet.
You don't think the
Because I
Chiefs?
feel
Who do you
like
think this?
I'm fine with
Who do you
sitting
think
at
should be
3
ahead of
because
us?
then even
Who do you
though
think should be
we're
ahead of us though?
I think the Eagles are fine ahead of us.
Why? Why should the Eagles be ahead of us?
Because even though you don't like it, they still do got the game on us. Even though it was week 2,
That's the stupidest thing I've ever
it's
heard.
still a game
That's the
on us.
dumbest thing I've ever heard. But who else have they beat? No one.
The Cowboys.
Oh, okay. They beat the Cowboys.
Beat the Cowboys. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's better for us if we're not the #1 team because I feel like we're gonna be
Well, we've
we're
literally been sitting at 3. What makes a difference? 3 or 1? Not much.
because
I'm not saying we
one
should be
one
one
you got the
necessarily. I
spotlight
think
on you fully. I think us
it's a
chilling at
power ranking though. It doesn't
I
make a
know,
difference.
but people still pay
It's
attention
more
to it.
like if you're the #1 in the conference, I don't think it really matters.
If like it's just kind of nice for us to be, even though we want our respect, I do certainly want the Vikings to be respected. It is kind of nice to just to be chilling under the radar, and then when the time comes, be like, "We
Or no,
told you
I'm fine
so.
with that too. But
We told you
I'm
so."
fine with that too. But it was fine up until this point. This point is where we deserve our damn respect now. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts in about it anymore. Like we should not be still. There should not be this doubt about us. There should not, like I understand the doubt before. I still had doubts about us after this game. There should have been no doubts. There should be no doubts about it. But yet still people just have I don't know. It's dumb. I just think that I don't know. It just like the Chiefs. There's a team. What signature win do they have too?
Let's see. Let's like
Zero. They don't have a signature win on their schedule at all. At all. And not
let's
even
see.
a tad bit. You consider blowing out the Cardinals a signature win. There you go. 49ers first week with McCaffrey. They
At
were
the
didn't look
time, the
that good of a
Bucks was
time.
a signature win, beating them by 10
It doesn't.
in Tampa Bay.
It's not a signature win.
Not anymore.
It's not a signature win. The Bucks were horrible. They weren't even good at that time.
I would consider the 49ers a signature win because the
If
49ers
that's the one that they got,
are one of the they should be one of the best teams on paper, the 49ers, besides Jimmy G.
they also were hurt that game too. That doesn't help.
No, but you still took a good
So
defense for the ringer, even though they were missing Bosa. Still, but it's not easy to put up 44 points on a team.
yeah, but you miss Bosa. They would miss without a corner to safety. I'm pretty sure. So I don't know. Titans, even though they're 6-3 or whatever, that is not a signature win. I don't give a
No,
shit. You
no,
can't lose to a backup quarterback. You can't beat a backup quarterback by 3 and call that a signature win.
right.
All right. Now time for Book It
Hey,
with
hey, hey, hey,
Beef.
hey.
Fuck you, Brandon.
I thought you just remembered by now. And it's sponsors, not sponsor.
Oh my God. And now a word from our sponsors. It fits the tone of the episode,
Yep.
for me at least. Because we're getting in to fucking Book It with Beef. Fuck this shit. The segment fucking sucks now. It is literally my least favorite part of the episode now. Fuck. Oh my God. I dread it now. I don't even know what to do with myself. How was your week 10, Brandon?
My week 10 went below 500, but that's all right. I went 2-3 in the bank. Uh, I went 3-2 actually, so I went above 500. Only thing to not hit was my in the bank of Dallas Green Bay under 43, but otherwise we hit everything else. So that's nice to see. Currently 23, 18, and 2 with a 4-2-2 record on in the bank.
Hmm. It's a 4-2-1. It still only counts as a 1, not a 2,
No,
because
because it
you
was
only
my
get
in the
I'll count one.
bank that
Yeah, but
pushed.
we don't put 2 wins every
Yeah, you
time.
do. For
Yeah,
in the bank, it's
for our
2 points.
columns. Yeah, but my record for in the banks is 4-3. Wouldn't it be 8-6 then if we counted like that? So you're only 4, 2,
Oh,
and 1.
okay. Yes, I am 4-2-1.
There you go.
Okay. I thought you were talking about the points
Um,
and stuff
no. I was talking about I
in
was
the
talking
bank.
about just the overall record.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, yeah, awesome week. Finally a goose egg happened. I don't want to talk about it. Um, yeah, we're just gonna move on. All right,
No,
week
I want to
11
hear
is
about
here.
it. What happened, Jack?
Well,
What was one of your bets?
well, the Cowboys disappointed me. I thought I could bet against the Packers, and I guess I can. I knew I shouldn't have done that. I mean, it didn't start off very good with the rain game in fucking Carolina. That was a horrible start. Then the fucking Germany, they won. Germany beat me. Because Seahawks just absolutely shit the bed that game. God damn. And then fucking the Jeff Saturday game that I thought was going to be an absolute disaster turned out to be just enough to fucking go over. So good job. So it was awesome. Fuck, it was awful. Worst, that was awful. I like at least some of my fantasy leagues did good or something. Some of them, not most of them, but it was just a bad week besides the Vikings. God damn. All right. All right. Oh, get out. Well, fuck that. All right. Week 11. Get right into it. Brandon, who's your favorite?
My favorite for this week. I've picked them once before. We're going with the black and orange kitty cats, the Cincinnati Bengals, -4.5 at Pittsburgh. Yes, it is a division game. Bengals have been playing better of recently, though. I do think they're gonna pick off Kenny Pickett a couple of times, even with Trubisky's to start, but I'd still Pickett, right? Yeah, whatever. I think they're winning this by
Yeah,
five.
no, it's definitely Pickett.
They can win this by five on the road. It shouldn't be that hard of a task.
All right. I hate every pick this week. Don't really like them all. I mean, one actually I do. So I'll take that back. I like one pick this week. This one I don't like, but I'm doing it. Got the motivated, pissed off Buffalo Bills -8.5 against the Browns. I don't give a shit if there's 2 feet of snow. This Bills team is coming out firing. They're gonna be pissed off. They're pissed off about this last game because they lost to the Minnesota Vikings. Of course they're gonna be pissed off. Lost to a fucking good team at home. Embarrassed. 8.5 Bills. Ugh. It's way too many points for a snow game, but I'm taking them.
Hmm.
Motivated Bills.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
Oh
Ooh.
god, I just hate them. I hate all my picks besides one. Oh,
Is it this next one?
I like my next one.
Okay. I feel like we're gonna have the same, but uh, do you hear that, Jack? It's the
Stop! Stop! No, no, stop! Stop! I hate that. I hate that so much.
you don't like that sound?
Stop!
I can't stop
No!
it.
Stop, please.
It's about to end. Don't worry. You don't like
No, I hate that sound. It's terrifying.
it. Well, if you know what that sound is, that means
Oh my
the
god, I
noon
just got it now.
nightmare is a coming. But this time, the Vikings do not play at noon. They play at 3:25. So Kirk Cousins, the noon nightmare, is going to transform into the 3:25 Central Time Terror. He is going to
Oh my god.
destroy the Cowboys. I'm going Minnesota +1 versus Dallas. Not my in the bank, but still really like this game. People are gonna keep disrespecting us. 3:25 Central Time Terror on the way.
Oh my god. Uh, great line. Disrespectful line, actually. Fuck that shit. I got the Vikings dogs. I'm not gonna get all excited. Fuck that shit. Vikings disrespected. I'm back at riding them. Vikings +1 in the bank.
Straight cash, homie.
All right. I
Yep.
did not expect you to have that reaction to the clock.
I hate it. It's terrifying. Like if I'm watching it because I could see it coming, but like I don't like that. I just not a fan. It's terrifying. I
uh,
wasn't even a big fan watching it. I was just like, yeah, this is terrifying. Yeah. This is actually the pick I like. Just because I feel like we should be favored in this game. I think it's kind of disrespectful that we're not. But yeah, give me the Vikings +1 in the bank. I still I have no idea why we're not favored in this game. It makes zero sense to me. And if you're not gonna favor the Vikings, at least make it a pick 'em. Like seriously, what? I don't know.
I don't know, man.
All right, Brandon, you're over.
Hold on. One moment. Okay. My over this week may shock you because you never think that these two teams on the outlook of the season would be able to hit this over. And past couple weeks, they have proven me wrong. We are going with the Chicago Bears at Atlanta Falcons. The line is 50. I repeat, 50
Whoa.
in the
Straight
bank,
cash,
homie.
homie.
That is my in the bank points, points, points. We love points for this game. We the Bears offense has been on fire recently. Their defense has been kind of meh recently, which plays into the Falcons' favor. Falcons have not been that great, but like you said a couple weeks ago, there's absolutely barn burner games that go down there. Example, Carolina and Atlanta a couple weeks ago. I think this
I don't think that's considered. I don't think it's called a. I don't think that's how you're supposed to use barn burner.
isn't barn burner a good thing?
No, I'm pretty sure it's not.
An event typical a sports contest that is very exciting or intense. So you're using it the wrong way.
Setting, meaning most. Have you ever heard a barn burner be like, "Oh my god, that was a barn burner! Like that was a great game."
An event typical of sports contest that is very exciting or intense. This is gonna be a barn burner of a game. This is gonna be a this is gonna be a very
That is
high
not how
scoring
it's used.
intense game. I just looked it up. Stop arguing.
I understand you looked it up, but I've never seen that before. I've
That doesn't mean
never ever heard
that
someone
you're
say
right.
it. I'm
Bears,
not saying I
Falcons
was right, but I'm just saying
at
it's crazy.
50. I think way that the Bears offense has been humming. Falcons looking to turn it around after last week's miserable performance. I think this hits.
It's a bold take, bold line to take over in the bank. All right, my over Tennessee versus Green Bay 41. The revamped Packers offense, maybe. I don't know if that's true, but looked good last week. Ryan Tannehill's back. Tennessee can put up some points, probably against this bad defense. Derrick Henry probably be able to run the ball. 41 points. Give it to me. I don't know why. I hate it, but I hate it. I don't know. I don't know if I like it at all, but I am going with it.
Cool.
I have no logic with anything this time. The Bills minus 8.5 is so stupid. There's gonna be so much snow, and I think they're gonna win by 10. Like that's how stupid I sound right now. That's how dumb my brain is going right now. All right, Brandon, you're under.
My under for this week. I picked this game last time these two teams played. Vegas at Denver 41.5. Low line, but last time I did pick this game, the game went over. This one should hopefully go under this time. I don't know. It's supposed to be let's see. What's the weather looking like in Denver for this weekend?
Ew, you took that game?
Yeah,
Ugh,
because both teams have been looking pretty
gross.
sucky. It's 46. It's gonna be 46 high, sunny.
Oh, the under. I bet.
Yeah, the under doesn't look that great, but I'm confident my other picks that if this one fails me, then I'm doing just fine.
Sorry, I'm just baffled. All right.
Are you
My
baffled?
under. This is the grossest game by far on the slate this week. Just disgusting, gross. I don't know how they're gonna score points. They're so bad offensively, somewhat decent defensively, both sides. Give me the Rams at the Saints, 38.5 under. Ugh,
Oh my god, that's a
gross.
low under.
It's so bad. What yours is like 41, isn't it?
Yeah, that's still a 3 point difference.
2.5.
Whatever.
So
Same thing. Same thing.
um give me a second. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about this game. Just it's gonna suck.
Cool.
I I think I'm gonna go 0-5 again, probably. No, I'm gonna go 2-3. Sorry. I'm gonna go 2-3. Oh, I'm so bad. These have been the worst 3 weeks, I think, ever in Booking with Beef history for one
It
person.
might be. It very well might be.
It's so bad. It's like last week I wasn't that mad because I was coming off 2-3 and 2-3, so it's like I'm just below 500. But this 0-5 week just put me in the absolute freaking ringer. I don't know what to think anymore. I don't know how to pick games. Maybe this week we'll get it back. I don't know. Maybe I'll go 5-0 this week and just absolutely turn it around. But fuck. It's hard. It's hard to pick games now. It's just hard. It's hard to do. It's just the brain is gone. Mentality is gone with this. I don't even know how to attack this anymore. I need a really big boost motivational wise for this. I need a big boost and my morality needs to be boosted after this.
Morality.
I was gonna say my ego, but I'm
Morale?
not I'm not an egotistical piece. Whatever morality. I can't speak either. Everything's
I notice you keep
I
saying
was gonna say
kicking yourself in the foot. Like I don't think that's a phrase.
yeah, no, I don't know what to say. Just I was gonna say ego, obviously, but I'm not an egotistical person like Aaron Rodgers, so I just had to get it in there. Yeah, no, I just can't. I can't do it anymore. So we're gonna turn it around eventually. Hopefully, it just lasts us 3 weeks. 3 weeks is good enough for me for the downward stretch of my book it with beat career. So
Better hope
hopefully
so.
we can
You
turn it
better
around.
hope you turn it around.
We don't have anything on the line, so I don't really feel like I'm losing
Not yet.
anything.
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. What does that have to mean?
We
It doesn't
don't.
seem like we're coming
We
close
still
to.
haven't decided on anything yet.
Yeah, it doesn't mean we are ever going to.
Yeah, you might not want to since you're losing right now.
No, I mean I would do it since we're close, but if I get down like 8 and we just all of a sudden decide a punishment, like if I'm down by more than 5 points going into next week, there's no chance I'm going to agree to a punishment. Why would I do that?
Because you're a good sport.
Okay, I'm not that much with sport. I'm not gonna. It's like doing fantasy trades. I'm not gonna take a trade that's super bad for me.
Well, it's
Oh
not
my
gonna be like a
god.
life altering thing. God damn.
I don't know. It could be.
You could be.
I
A
don't know what
bad
you're thinking of
haircut's gonna
punishments
change your life.
wise. I'm not doing that. I 100% am not agreeing to that.
You won't get the horseshoe.
No, I'm not agreeing to anything haircut wise. Oof, that's tough.
I'd maybe do the horseshoe. I
All
think
right.
that'd be kind of funny.
I'm not doing anything with my hair. It's finally getting longer again. I'm not putting my hair on the line. I'm not doing it. Nope. It's not happening. Right. Well, it's gonna do it for us here at Certified Beef. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
See you later.